Beautiful humans. Today, let's talk about improving your lead quality. I want to talk to you about how to get cool, rich people to buy your stuff. I know it's a bit crass, but I think that phrase is funny because we are looking for that kind of combination when we're attracting leads. We want to have people who are a good vibe, people that line with our values, people that are fun to work with, and that can actually pay us. It's one thing to have people who can pay you that don't pass the vibe check. It's another thing that pass the vibe check but don't have the cash to pay you. We're looking for both. And so I want to walk you through what I've learned in over 1,000 clients, attracting, selling, working with 1,000 clients in terms of how to increase your lead quality. Most people don't know how to do that. They simply think, I just need to get more leads, and then it's like a lottery. It's like if I go from 10 leads a week to 20 leads a week, I'll increase lead quality just by sheer volume. But there's actually a way to stop attracting the wrong people and start attracting the right people. And so in this video, I want to walk you through the 5 things that I think about, that I do, that I teach to increase the lead quality to make sure that cool, rich people want to work with you. So flashback to 2021. We went through a phase of getting a client a day for 60 days. And I think probably all up in that year, we probably got about 150 clients in that one year. And there were growth challenges and all that kind of stuff. But the thing that I reflect on looking back on that year was not just the difficulty of growing and hitting a $347,000 cash month. It was the distinct night and day difference between clients. Some clients were amazing and are still clients with me to this day, years later. And some of them were the most stressful situations of my life. Now, keep in mind, back then, it wasn't like we were promising like single mothers they're going to get rich online. They had to sell their car and get in. It's not like we were like making false promises or working with people that we should never have worked with. But we had really no standards in terms of vibe. It was basically like, can you afford it? Do you have a heartbeat and a credit card? If so, you're in. And maybe that's where you are right now, where you don't have a standard of the type of client you're trying to work with. It's simply like, if they can pay, that's my standard. And in this video, I just want to walk you through, firstly, it's a terrible way to do it because you will be infinitely stressed attracting the wrong people versus your ability to attract the right people and have profit and have fun and enjoyment. So that's a really key piece. The second thing is you will retain people you love working with way longer than people you don't. And that's both because you vibe with them and they vibe with you. So in this video, I just want to walk you through what works for me in terms of increasing lead quality. Okay, so number 1, you have to position yourself as the coach, the consultant, the expert for a certain type of person. What this means is you have to give up both internally, you're coming to terms with it yourself, and the way you position yourself publicly as not the coach or not the consultant or not the expert for everyone. I saw this on Twitter today, and I love this idea. It just says you are the niche, right? And I've heard that phrase, I've used that phrase before, but I just want to read out what it says. It says, Rogan likes UFC, comedy, and fitness. Naval, which is Naval Ravikant, likes startups, tech, and philosophy. Musk likes memes, engineering, and space exploration. Operating at the intersection of your interests and increasing your skill set is how you become a niche of one. And one of the things that's really important to understand about attracting the types of people that you want to attract, the people who are cool, that have money, is you have to give up the idea of being liked or understood by everyone. The people that are going to deeply love you will only do that, will only feel that when they see the real you, not the version of you that's trying to pander to be the expert to everyone, to help everyone, to try and be everyone's savior. Your truest fans are waiting for you to be able to be seen by them in your fullness, if that makes sense. When you try and be everything to everyone, you ultimately become really nobody for no one. It's incredibly hard to have a deep and meaningful impact in people through your marketing, through your sales, through your delivery, if you have not yet doubled down on just being yourself. And this might sound so fluffy, but I'm telling you right now, the more that I've done this, the easier it is to get clients, the easier it is to make money. I'll use a simple example. Last year, we've been living in Bali for a couple of years. I'm in Kuala Lumpur right now, hence the beautiful skyline. I don't know if you can see much there. I got chickens last year. And let me just walk you through the exact events, okay? I got chickens. Then I posted about how much I have chickens. Then I got clients because people reached out and was like, dude, I have chickens. Dude, you're my type of guy. Or I want to have chickens. Or I want to be making money and creating a homestead. And I kid you not, literally, I bought chickens and those chickens got me clients. Now, I didn't buy chickens to make money. All I did was do something I was already doing in my life, something I was passionate about. I'm so passionate about animals. I'm so passionate about nature. And all I did was share that. And through that interaction, my true tribe showed themselves and go, oh, dude, I didn't realize that you were like me. We're aligned like this. By the way, send me the info and working together. Let's do this thing. And obviously there's more to it than that. They liked the offer. They were marketed to by my content. But the point is literally that's the sequence of events for a number of clients. When you are only showing the best and hiding the rest, meaning you're trying to be someone that ultimately you're not online versus the offline, you are holding yourself back from attracting and connecting with your true tribe. And so this idea of being the niche of one is not just about marketing and unique content and like, if you like memes, post memes. It's about positioning yourself as not trying to be liked by everybody, not trying to be someone that you're not, but just doubling down on your authenticity. This is such an underrated hack for increasing lead quality because no one who is sophisticated wants to work with a poser, right? And so don't be one. Number 2, your messaging. This is very important. Everyone needs to have a message when it comes to the way they package their marketing. A couple of books that have been phenomenal for me on this is Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller, Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. I was trying to think of the author's name. And it's the idea that the more sophisticated a market, the more you have to appear to be different. So a quick example of this is there was once upon a time in history where literally if you told people, I can help you lose weight, that would have been groundbreaking because people up until that point might have had no idea how to do it. It was like sometimes I eat berries and I'm in the shape I want, and sometimes I'm eating like cane sugar, and there might not have been a clear distinction as to how people would lose weight or gain weight. The science wasn't there, the knowledge wasn't there, whatever. So someone comes out and they make a claim, I can help you lose weight. And what would happen is that would have momentum until then multiple people would pop up and say, I can help you lose weight. Then the next stage would be, I can help you lose X amount of weight in X amount of time. And then it would be, I can help you lose X amount of weight in X amount of time using this method. And this is a simple, silly explanation of how markets work, which is in the beginning of a market, you can say the most basic thing and people will be intrigued because it's new. The more they hear people say it, in the same way, you have to change your message so that it appeals to people because it is new. What's important with your messaging is to not try and be better, but be different. Like I'm just telling you right now, if you're watching this video, the chances of you being the best in your market are very low. I have never tried to be the best in any market. I've never been the best in any market. I've never been the biggest in any market. Anyone who's trying to play that game has either got an unbelievable level of mastery or ego or insecurity. Don't play the better game. So when it comes to how you position yourself, don't try and be better than competitors or people in your space. Be different, right? Russell Brunson talks about this in the sense of people not wanting an improvement offer, they want a new opportunity. Why this is key is because sophisticated people who likely have already been through different programs or courses or tried strategies, they're not looking for something that is slightly better than what they're doing. They're not looking for an improvement offer. What they're looking for is a new opportunity. And so look at your marketing through the lens of, is my messaging positioning what I do as different? This is not just giving your method or message a unique name like the Inception backwards flywheel funnel, right? That means nothing. It's about having a collection of ideas that position you and your message as being different than other people, right? When we hear Grand Slam offers, we might think of Alex Hormozi, right? Because that is an idea that he brought to the market that is associated with his book and is associated with how now a lot of people have made money. When you become known for your ideas and you start sharing them, even maybe on your little platform, on stories, on newsfeed, on your emails, these things compound into positioning you in a market. And if you position yourself well, it's no longer about someone saying, well, how are you better than XYZ competitor? Because people can see that you're different. And so no one compares me to anyone else now. But back in 2021, every sales call was like, so how are you better than, whatever other offer? Now I don't get that because I'm positioning myself as different, not better. So that's number 2, is be different, not better. Number 3, in order to attract sophisticated people, you have to look at the way that your offer is structured. So your offer is made up of 2 things. It is reality and perception. When it comes to your offer, it needs to be good in real life and solve actual problems. That's the first step. And then the second step is communicate the way that it's structured, because it solves real problems for people, in a way that people perceive it to be valuable. And so the question I have for you is, number 1, is your offer positioned to be a must-have for the dream clients you're trying to attract? Because you can do the best marketing, and if at the end of the day, the right people that you want to work with look at your offer and go, it's okay, none of this is going to work. So you have to have an offer that in reality solves survival need problems for your ideal clients. And it needs to be such a high need for them that the timing they want to solve it is now, right? As opposed to a nice to have. This is cool and all, but yeah, maybe I'll circle back after summer. Maybe I'll come back to you after vacation, right? That is because you haven't positioned it well. So the second question I have for you is, in your offer right now, do you feel like you have a reality issue or a perception issue? For some of you, you're simply not solving a painful enough problem with a powerful enough solution. And so you actually need to work on your offer, because a sophisticated, cool, rich person, they're not going to be attracted to what you have because it's just like a bunch of fluff in a box and you're like, it's amazing. And they're like, kind of, not really. So you got to get the reality of it to be really good. The second thing though is perception. Some of you have amazing offers and you're doing a terrible job of marketing it. And this is where we get into the conversation of features versus benefits, where it's I've never understood, I'm an Apple user, I'm shooting this on my iPhone. I've never understood the world of Android and Windows and all that, where they're talking about the numbers of stuff, right? To the average person like me, and maybe I'm not the audience, but they're talking about the size of the modem. See, this is what's funny. I don't even know how to articulate it. That's how disconnected I am. But when I see an advertisement and it's this much RAM, this GPU performance, that is all gibberish to me. Those are features. What we're looking for are benefits. And so when you think about articulating your offer, are you speaking gibberish? Are you just talking about a bunch of features that do not connect to massive benefit to your ideal clients, right? So it's very important that you position your offer in a way that has high value perception, right? So that the right people, again, coming back to the ideal clients you're trying to attract, those high quality leads, look at it and they can perceive the value as being not just nice to have, but it's a necessity, and not just a later thing, but it's a now thing, okay? So that is number 3, is positioning your offer as a must-have for the right people. Number 4, fake authority versus real authority. Nothing will send high quality people running faster than marketing from a place of pressure, stress, scarcity, manipulation. See, what happens is when you try and imply that there is real scarcity, but it's not real, people can see through that. I mean, when firstly, hardly anyone spots for anything fill fast. So if you're out here being spots fill fast, act now, grab this, you don't want to miss out. I'm telling you right now, a high quality self-led person is not looking at that going, oh my gosh, where's my credit card? Spots are filling fast. They can sense when you are actually telling the truth. There is so few environments on earth where someone has that level of authority because everything's filling super fast. And so my sense here, or my challenge for you, is not to pretend to have a level of authority, or not to tell you to just go and build it over 10 years, even though you should. It's about being true to where you're at. it's very important to understand that people's like BS meters is very, very sensitive to when you're trying to pull one over on them or pretend that you're something that you're not. Like when someone says like, I've got a spot left in my calendar, sales call calendar this week, sophisticated people know like you probably don't. And so looking at all of the way that you're positioning your offer, your marketing, and your sales, and asking yourself, where am I trying to imply fake scarcity and fake urgency? Where am I, like another one that I hate is when people say like the price is going to be like risen and then it never does. Sophisticated people don't look at that. So if you want to keep marketing to broke, stressed out people, just try and make them scared and FOMO into your offer. But if you want to attract high quality people, you have to approach it in a different way. And so for me, like all of my language around marketing and sales is like, there's no pressure. And yes, there might be spots because I actually release spots. But if someone's in DMs with me, I'm even saying like, hey, if now's not the right time, like you can always circle back in August or you can always circle back in September. And what's really crazy about that is that energy that I don't need you because it's true for me. When you have that with sophisticated people, it makes them want to work with you more. And so why I'm sharing this is because it's very important you understand the counterintuitive nature of attracting high quality people. What works to bring in people who are living out of stress and fear, those people who are on the call with you, giving you their last $100, their last $1,000, what works to attract those people for high quality people, you have to do the opposite. And so this desperate act of trying to get people to like jump into your program, you're going to miss out, it doesn't work. It doesn't work in the same way. You have to create and cultivate within yourself actual real authority. And you do that through mastery. You do that through getting good at marketing. And you do that through actually getting to a point where energetically you do not desperately need people to work with you to validate your ego, to deal with your insecurities, or to fill your bank account. And so I think this is a very underrated thing to talk about. And I think not many people understand it. You have to approach higher quality leads differently. Number 5, this is the most pragmatic and practical of all, so make sure you stick around to the end for this one legitimately. Guys, you don't want to miss out. I just would love to start employing fake scarcity. The anti-selling strategy. One of the most powerful things you can do in all of your marketing copy, on sales calls, all of that, everything before someone says yes, is to not only articulate who this is for, but clearly articulate who it's not for. And when I launched Modern Autonomy, a membership that we have that was $297 a month, I launched that just shy of 8 weeks ago, and we had 153 people join in 5 days. So it was successful. But what's crazy is I know confidently I could have got 200, 250, 300 had I not done what I did. I, throughout all of the marketing, was like, this is not for you if, and I just went through, this is not for you if this is going to be a stressful investment. This is not for you if you need a guarantee or you need me to promise you that it's going to work. And I just went through and anti-sold it so hard because I was really afraid that the low ticket price point would attract the wrong type of person in my world. And it worked so phenomenally well. Firstly, 153 people in 5 days into a 297. It was like $40-something thousand recurring revenue added in 5 days. It's not a bad 5 days. But the caliber of people that came in was phenomenal. And so this is one of the things that I've learned is that when you become clearer on who this is not for, the right people, they really start to listen. And I think about it from a marketing perspective, like being a dog whistle versus being a megaphone. Like rather than trying to project to the world, this is for you, we're open, it's amazing for everyone, I can help everybody. And you start to get clear in your messaging on who this is for and who this is not for. It really makes the right people listen more, right? There is a reason why rich people want to travel private. They don't want to travel the way that everyone else travels. They don't want to wear the clothes that everyone else wears. And I'm not just talking about really rich people who have, are obsessed with luxury and private travel. I'm saying like in human nature, the more sophisticated you become, the higher status you become, the more material wealth that you have, you don't want to do what everyone else is doing. You don't want to live the way that everyone else is living. So if you're looking for a coach, Are you looking for the coach who's for everyone, who can promise everyone they can help? Or are you looking for the specific type of person who works with people just like you? And this is the point I'm just finishing on, which is there's a big change that you can make in your marketing and your sales by practically spelling out who this is not for. This can be in a qualification standpoint. This is not for you if you're making under this amount of money. This is not for you if you live in outside of these countries. This is not for you if you want these type of results really fast or guarantees or whatever it is. Make the list of things that the right person embodies, and then talk about the opposite so you can anti-sell the wrong people, which doesn't just keep the wrong people out, it more accurately attracts the right people. So anyway, I'm hoping this little rant from beautiful Malaysia was helpful. I'm sending you so much love. By the way, that is up there. Where is it? This way. That is the second tallest building in the world. It's 118 floors, I think. It's just a bit short in the Burj Khalifa. So fun fact for the day. Hope you're doing amazing. We'll talk soon, and I'll see you in another video.